what's the guy going to say? If I say to this customer, like I said it, you bought a car, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, chances are you wouldn't go home to think about it. 90% of the time they're going to say what? Yeah, you're right. I'd stay here. And if they do say no, so, hey, Lori, let me ask you a question, right? Mystery. Let's say, I hear what you're saying, acknowledge it, don't say you agree. Say, I hear what you're saying, I don't think about it. Not that I've ever heard that before, but let me ask you a question. If I sold you a car, your daughter a car, your husband bought 2 trucks from me, remember Jim from the office, he bought a truck and his granddaughter bought a car from me. And I recommend this deal for you today. Chances are I wouldn't be giving you the information I take home, right? I'd probably taken a copy of your driver's license and introducing you to my financial services manager. Say no.
No, it's not the case.
No. So now I've got to know, right? So I went from a little bit of mystery, right, to no. So you mean to tell me, so look at the certainty here now. So you mean to tell me that you know with buying a car comes service, right? So no, you wouldn't be making the decision today. Even when we have a loaner, when you come into the service drive, you don't have to wait. You can make your appointment the exact same day. We have a 100-kilometer concierge program. And how about the day Emily was moving to go to Western her freshman year and she took a truck from the lot and you came to borrow it from me? And you're telling me you wouldn't be saying yes today? Come on. Let's do this.
No pressure.
Right? Right? What am I painting there? What am I trying to get? What objection am I trying to get over by saying that? That you don't trust me. Right? 90% of the customers, when you say, let me ask you a question, Lord, if I sold you a car, your husband a car, your colleague, and just make it up, chances are you wouldn't be going home to think about it, right? They'd say, no, I'd be buying a car from you. I get, but we don't have that luxury. We don't know each other. We haven't formed that relationship. But do me a favor. If you're even half as happy as most of my guests who do business with me, you'll be tickled you made the decision today. Okay, let's do it. Why wouldn't we? What other answer can you get? No. Okay, so if I get no now, I go from mystery to, okay, let me get this straight. So you know, Lori, that with buying a car comes the service element of the car. Most people forget about that. So what am I doing right now about my company? So no wait service appointment. You come in, you get it. No wait service appointment. Guys, I have all these stuff. No wait service appointment. A loaner when you come in if you need one. I'm not going to tell you can't have one. 100-kilometer concierge service, right? And then what am I saying to him when I say this? And when your daughter went to university, her freshman year, you needed a 3/4-ton truck to move the furniture, and you came to me so you could borrow one. And I said yes. You're really going to go home to think about it? What am I saying to her at that point? We have what kind of relationship? Right, and what does my store do? What's the expectation I'm setting up for my store? How do we do business?
We're going to take care of everything.
Did I say to her, can you trust me? Can you trust me? Can you trust me? We have a great store. We do. What did I do? I just transitioned about how we do business at the store in an illustrative example, right? And with some certainty to say, come on, are you kidding me? You'd really say no? And if you'd still say no, then it's not about trust. It's probably about the product, right? That's probably why. Does everybody get it? Yes or yes? Right? It's a real world example using just different tonal patterns to get us where we need to go, right? So it's really important, again, that we keep in mind when we go through this close process, and we'll illustrate very quickly kind of some of the looping patterns and where they come in, but really important, we want to disarm the customer, right? So when we close, right, by saying, let me ask you a question, would you consider? Those are all very soft, gentle closes, because again, when we look at what we want to do, if we haven't done all of these during our closing presentation, then we're missing out on something, right? 600 cars last year. Doing the math, I think we missed out on 160 real deals. Like real deals that just sat there, that I think had we been as confident in our approach to persuasion and influence as we will be, that would have fell in our lap, because I think in looking at the log, that the deals would have absolutely benefited the customer to make the transaction. And that's just going by make, model, and kilometers. I don't know the payments, so I might be off on that, but say I'm off in half. There's 80 deals that just hang there. That just by looking at make, model, and where they were going. Now again, I don't know the financial background. Could they get financed? Could they not? But would we all agree that tonal patterns and language patterns, like I've just said, based on all the information you've given me, looks like one of our products would be a perfect fit for you, will increase your credibility or decrease your credibility? Sharon? Absolutely. Any question about it? Will it increase the customer's anxiety or decrease the customer's anxiety? Will it increase their threshold to buy or decrease their threshold to buy? This is a trick question, by the way. Yes. Will it increase their threshold, their buying threshold, or decrease their buying threshold? That's absolutely right. You want to decrease the customer's buying threshold, right? So by throwing those, by not saying to the customer, I know you don't trust me, that's why you're not buying a car, it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, you can trust me, right? I say things like, let me ask you a question. Had you bought all the blah, 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 right? So we want to make sure that we use tonal patterns and we adjust based on the conversation. Like I said, my initial conversation was all about, hey, let me ask you a question, that secrecy's kind of, and then I went into absolute certainty. Are you kidding me? You're telling me, and look at the smile on my face, right? So when I put a smile on my face, what did you do? You smiled, right? So are you kidding me? You buy 6 cars from either you or somebody that you're affiliated with within the last 18 months, and you know when it comes to buying, the toughest thing to do is service. You get a loaner car when you come in, you don't wait to make an appointment. I have a 100-kilometer concierge service. I'm the cheapest. You see my Derrick Conveyor board on the drive-thru. I'm the cheapest this side of the Mississippi River. And when Jennifer went to university, you needed that 3/4-ton truck, and you called me to borrow it. How many think you filled it up with gas? Are you kidding me? Let's do this. Right there's the close. Are you kidding me? Let's do this. And I'm smiling. Is that evasive to her or him? Or are they going to laugh? Chances are they're going to say, you're right, that's pretty good. Yeah, I probably would do business with you if it was that good, right? It's the same thing as saying to somebody, are you kidding me? You're not going to do this, real estate guy? We bought this duplex for this price, we bought this triplex for this price, you bought this 12plex, and we all made this amount of money, now you're not going to agree with what I'm saying to you about this? Are you nuts? Oh, sorry, I need 3 copies, right? Sort of thing? So, anyway, the difference between theory and application is execution, right? We need to be able to execute all of this 100% of the time, and that's why in January when I said, are we committed to getting what we need done at levels that are unprecedented? Now we begin. Because now we just rep it and rep it and rep it and rep it. Again, use the term when we transition, use terms like, fair enough? So anytime we get into a pitch or a presentation situation and we conclude, use the term fair enough. Fair enough. And I'll give you 8 or 9 others that are kind of good, but for the most part, use fair enough. So you know what, getting started is as easy as this, Lou. All I need, right, so you got them sitting at your desk. Nobody's going to use this one. Getting started is as simple as this, Jimmy. All I need is a copy of your driver's license, proof of insurance, a credit card. You tell me how much to whack on it, and I'll make sure I introduce you to Sean Hewitt, our financial services manager. Fair enough? And you're going to get? Nope. Right? But we want to make sure we've got, just like the other one, based on all the information you give me, I think we've got a product out here that matches perfect. We want to have these down like money, right? Like money. So we want to make sure that we are absolutely, unequivocally ready for the word. Somebody help me. No. No. We're ready for the word no. Because now the sale begins. So the quicker we can get the no out of the way, let's just get it out of the way early. Right? Based on all the information you give me, Jimmy, I think we've got a product here that's going to tickle you to death. It'd be the perfect match for you. All I need is some driver's license, proof of insurance, and a credit card. No, I'm not buying today. Perfect. Now we can start. Game on. Right? We want to get the no out of the way quickly. So feel confident to pitch that thing early. Throw it out there early. Gather up all the information. So you know what? Getting started is easy as this. All I need is a copy of your driver's license, valid insurance. You let me know how much you want to throw on the credit card. Normally it's $500 refundable on delivery if you want.